there is this Reddit drama. Okay, Reddit drama. Reddit, we love Reddit. I've seen everybody talk about this. Literally everybody. From what I understand is basically there was this moderator for LSF. Alright, what this guy claims is the biggest live streaming subreddit. No, he says the biggest gaming subreddit. The biggest one. Alright, he's like on a pedestal. He's putting himself there. He's like, I am the head mod of LSF. I'm the coolest guy ever. That's what's basically going on with this dude. And this all started when he made a video called A Message to Mizkif from an LSF mod. And we're going to watch it. Alright, we're going to see what this is about.
Hello, Mizkif. I'm a moderator of r/livestreampale, and I saw your comments about LSF from a few days ago. You have correctly noticed a real problem. LSF has a content diversity issue.
So right off the back, I just want to say, just look at the dude, bro. Just look at him. Okay, this, you can't get any more Reddit than this. You really just can't. And I genuinely don't know what more to say than that. Like, you just can't. You can't get more Reddit than this. He's balding. Alright, first thing I must mention. He's got like a mic clicked up to his polo. His polo shirt. Not really a polo shirt, you know. But just look at him, man. But we're gonna get into this. We're gonna take this seriously. I don't even think I'm gonna turn this into a segment, bro. Even though everyone's talking about it. But it starts here.
Currently a lot of political drama from a few creators, and my goal is to figure out a way to shake things up so that there's some new and interesting content on the subreddit. But first, here's part of the reason why we're having this current problem. So if a streamer reacts to LSF on their stream, their viewers are going to interact with and post more of that streamer's content. And over the last few years, quite a few streamers.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go on LSF, right? And I'm straight up just gonna show you guys like what's happening, alright? LSF Reddit. I love Reddit, so I'm gonna still see no. We're gonna go on LSF, alright. You have a bunch of political guys. Yep. We got Clavicular. Okay, we got Aiden Ross. Not really a political guy, whatever. Yeah. Hassan! Shock collar Hassan! Hassan shocked his dog, bro. Hassan shocked his dog. What more can you say?
It says 16.
Bro, Hassan shocked his dog.
Oh yeah, that was vibrate.
Okay.
See how it's at that yellow icon? That means you're adjusting vibrate. You gotta click
What?
Oh yeah, that was okay.
Okay.
Yo, I'm not watching this clip. Slop. So, whoa, what the fuck? Whoa! Bro. Slow down, you fucking asshole.
Oh my god!
Bro, that's fucked.
Oh my god, he ran
Bro.
the red!
Am I allowed to show this? I don't know, guys. That's fucked up. We got a bunch of
proof of the refunds.
bro spoilers. What the fuck?
Where we bring in 50 million
As you see,
immigrants. We will send every illegal
Asmongold. All right.
Wait, how do you make a dog collar?
You can't. You can't.
You gonna speak on
Dude,
Renee Good?
this stupid, bro. I'm tired of the dog thing, bro. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of people talking about Hassan's dog every fucking day.
Streamers have stopped reacting entirely to LSF. Because streamers don't interact much with LSF these days, this causes a situation where both their content doesn't get posted much to the subreddit anymore, as well as causes a situation where their biggest potential fans aren't interacting as much with the subreddit. This, in a very ironic and self-reinforcing way, means that only a streamer's biggest haters and anti-fans are left on the subreddit, thereby causing kind of a vicious cycle which drives the streamer away even more. I have a solution to both the content diversity problem and toxicity problem on LSF, but for that I need the help of streamers like yourself. Surprising as it may seem, I don't have as much power over the subreddit as it may first appear. The only two tools at my disposal are that I can ban users and delete content, but if I ban too many
I'm just a mod, guys. I'm just a humble mod. I'm just modding my job. I'm just a mod. Alright. So he's saying here he's just a mod, alright? You can't do much about all the slop on LSF, alright? All the political guys being posted there every 5 seconds. He can't do much, right? I did go on there. I did see a pretty cool clip just now, honestly. That car being like T-bone, that was entertaining content. Deadly life risking content. Alright, that was interesting a little bit, but dude, everything else, Asmongold, XQC is really political, but you know, the political sentiments, alright, that's what's being posted, okay? We have Asmongold, XQC, Hassan. Alright, I saw like 3 Hassan clips when I just scrolled on there, okay? So there is a real problem here that he is mentioning.
people or delete too much popular content, all of a sudden there's going to be nothing left, leading to the true death of LSF. Instead of removing content, what LSF really needs right now is a way to add content. If we add a bunch of fun, new, crazy hype content to the subreddit, that can replace a lot of the political kind of drama slop that we see on the subreddit right now. That's where you or other streamers could come in. People use the term brigading in a way that has a very negative connotation. It implies that a streamer or influencer is sending their audience to harass or attack people on a subreddit. But there's a way to think about this a little bit differently. Imagine, instead of that, a streamer both reacted to LSF as well as did positive calls to actions or brigading. Imagine a crazy hype moment happened in a live stream or a funny situation, and a streamer had their audience and told them directly, hey, post this on other places.
Bro, so he's being like, chat, clip that. That's what he's advocating for. And that happens. But they post it on their TikTok clip channel where they can get a little bit of bread from it, and their little Twitter clip channel where they can get a little bit of bread. They're not posting it on Reddit for free, bro. Alright? He's not in the mindset, he's not in the mentality, okay? People don't just randomly post clips anymore. Alright, people aren't as communized as before. They just want to make some bread. Let's be real. Alright, everyone's posting clips so they can make a little bit of bucks these days, alright? No one's posting for the good of society.
Such as LSF. Or perhaps they even had their mods or editors post it there. Technically that would be self-promotion, but we've allowed self-promotion on LSF for over a year now. Not a lot of people take advantage of it, and I wish people would.
Dude, I should self-promote here, bro. Alright, we're trying to get the stream big. We're trying to do it, bro. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna clip hype moments. That's what we're planning to do.
If you or your audience, or perhaps the audience of some small and mid-sized growing streamers did this, I think a lot of people would appreciate the content shakeup on LSF. How this relates to you more specifically, Miskiff, is I know you used to have all these very successful game shows on Twitch that you're thinking about bringing to Kick. Well, I think it'd be cool if we got some clips from those shows on LSF. It would shake things up and probably do a lot to improve your PR in the subreddit. And I will end this video by pitching you a game show idea of my own. The show is called Cancelled. Imagine, Judge Judy, but for
He's got his ideas, game show, he's promoting and he's trying to let the people know. So, this is where this drama basically stems from, okay? This game show idea brings about the downfall of this man. It's his reckoning. This is what happens.
Kick drama. Think two Kick streamers go on a show to argue about some real drama that they're involved in, and then kind of a judge in a kind of a courtroom style show determines who is kind of right or not, and then somebody gets canceled or not, and they hand out a prize at the end.
Someone gets what? A cancer? What? What is this guy talking about, bro? But yeah. Dude, I think they just need to stop the political slop. I think that's just. I think instead of, trying to make a Reddit some kind of big bastion of community and like actually have events for it. Because at the end of the day, it's just a gay Reddit where people post their cringe little clips of their favorite streamer. That's the intention. He's trying to like make this bigger than it really is. It's just Reddit, bro. It's just a bunch of dweebs who watch live streamers posting clips. That's all this is. He wants it to be more. And that is his downfall. And we have this next video from him that cements his fall. Alright. Well, it came after the fall. Okay, it came after the fall, or this is his cope session. Because what basically happened is he was promoting this big event, this big new event for streamers to participate in. That was his idea. It wasn't really his idea. I don't know if he started this, but I know that he participated in it. He promoted it a lot. But this was his downfall. So we're gonna start this video now.
Hello, Spez, Mr. CEO of Reddit. I hope you have received this public video that I have created and sent to you via your email. If not, I hope anybody who cares about the topic in this video can get this to him in any way that you can. This video is about a topic of deadly seriousness, and that is of Reddit moderation and the state of your platform. But first, some background. I'm Brian, or Stale2000, or Tarot Card. I was the top moderator of your #1 gaming subreddit, r/livestreamfail, before I was recently removed from that position by the Reddit Code of Conduct team. I became a Reddit moderator for one reason, and that is because I think that Reddit communities and correspondingly its moderators have massive power and influence, and for some reason, nobody seems to notice, care, or take this seriously.
Bro, so this video, we're not even at the minute mark, okay? And we've already heard the most insane things like ever. Alright, he is cementing his place as the representative of Reddit mods, alright? He is stating, I have power, I have influence, and you don't respect me. That's what he's saying, alright? That's what's going on right now. Alright, let's just listen to that one more time.
And think that Reddit Code of Conduct team. I became a Reddit moderator for one reason, and that is because I think that Reddit communities and correspondingly its moderators have massive power and influence, and for some reason, nobody seems to notice, care, or take this seriously.
Dude, he literally says it. He's like, I became a Reddit moderator because they have power and they have influence. That is literally what this man is stating right now. Okay? He wants to be powerful with his mod powers, with his ability to delete your posts and ban you from a Reddit. That is what he wants. And no one takes it seriously. No one takes his job seriously. That's what he's saying.
Least of all, its moderators or the company. In this video, I will go over why I believe this, and I will also talk about a code of conduct moderation action that was taken against me due to good faith mistakes that I believe were caused by a clear lack of direct material support that the company gives its moderators. I will end the video by talking about what you, Spez, can do to fix this problem, as well as what I and other communities can do in case Reddit does not solve this very serious mismanagement problem.
Dude, he's calling the CEO out. Alright, Spez is the CEO of Reddit. He's the king of Reddit. Pretty much. King of Reddit. That is him. So he's calling him out. He's saying, I got taken out of my position and I'm tired of it. We're gonna riot. This is the Reddit riot. We're done. We're done. This is the Reddit Rising riot.
Regarding the lack of support that is given to moderators. First, I will go over the code of conduct action and why I was removed as the top moderator of r/livestreamfail. This sounds like stupid internet drama, I know, but I'm going to talk about how this is a very clear example about how Reddit's mistakes causes very serious problems to Reddit's community and the company as a whole.
Oh, Reddit, you've made a big mistake. You've made a big mistake, Reddit. By banning me, you've made a big mistake. You made a big mistake. Dude, this guy. Something needs to be done about this guy, bro. Okay, something needs to be done. He needs to be stopped.
Here's what happened. There was an announcement related to a live stream related game show called $Million Fan. It was basically a game show like Survivor or Big Brother where fans of a streamer compete in different challenges with an influencer or a streamer for various prizes. The kicker here is that there was a grand prize of $20 million, supposedly.
So, this should be like the first indicator that to this guy, alright, this should be the first indicator to this guy that this whole thing he's promoting, this whole idea he's getting behind is a scam. What kind of internet game show, alright, that like less than 1 million people realistically are probably going to be watching has a $20 million prize? What possesses you to promote something that sounds so deranged that doesn't even make sense? So that should have been like the first sign, the first promise that these people made to him that he should have seen and been like, man, this is bullshit. This is some bullshit, bro.
This was supposedly going to be aired on Amazon Prime, and it was also confirmed to be including a couple of mid-sized and large streamers like Alexandra and Andrea Botez, Extra Emily, Canute, and a few others. Additionally, the opportunity was supposedly brought to these streamers by a company called Mythic Talent, which is a well-respected streamer agency that represents hundreds of live streamers. I heard about the game show a few hours after it got announced by a couple major live streamers. It sounded like the perfect type of content for a live stream fail. I mean, reality TV, game show, live streaming, gaming, that's perfect for LSF, which is about fun, crazy content about kind of live streaming gamers. So when I heard about this, I was very excited. I immediately reached out to the organizers to see if we could set up some sort of a collaboration. This collaboration would just be to get cool content on the subreddit. No, financial incentives, no moderators being paid, basically none of anything like that, just fun, cool stuff for the community in the subreddit.
So he's trying to collaborate with these people, he's trying to interlink with them in order to save his dying Reddit. His sad dying Reddit. He's trying his best to make sure that it stays alive. And this game show, he sees this as an opportunity for him to breathe life back into the subreddit, but what he doesn't know is that it is major scamming aids. He doesn't know. And I'm not sure if it really has been confirmed to be a scam, just to make that clear, or I have not looked into it. I'm just watching this funny Reddit video, okay guys? I'm just watching a funny Reddit video. Can't blame me. But I probably should look into it, alright? But we're just gonna watch this, alright? What about this is not funny? Some balding, hair to the side Redditor, alright? He's a Reddit mod, alright? He's like trying to defend his honor after he's been removed from his position. He's been taken out of power. He's trying to defend his honor.
Collaborations, the first obvious thing that came to mind was how do we get their content on the subreddit? Either some superfans or some editors could clip some cool hype moment from the show and then post it to the subreddit. But I also had a stretch goal, and that was, what if LSF could be part of the show in some way? I don't know, there could be like a LSF-themed best clip contest. Like contestants compete in one of the kind of small challenges, they make the best clip, and then somebody kind of wins a prize at the end. It was a stretch goal though. So I reached out to the organizers, and to my surprise, they immediately understood what LSF was, what power it had, and they even agreed to the stretch goal of like the cool competition to have in the actual show. From my perspective, this felt like one of the coolest things that a subreddit has ever done. I mean, being in a freaking reality TV show in a topic that's directly related to the subreddit, how awesome. And then,
Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest, bro. If you didn't see that from the $20 million prize, you should have seen it from this, bro. What game show creators know what Reddit is, bruh? I mean, okay, well that might be a stretch, but what game show creators know what LSF is, bruh? Even if they're in the streamer community, alright? No one talks about this shit, bruh. They just post their Asmongold, Hassan, XQC clips on there. That's all they post on there. They don't post any, marketable people on there. On LSF. Let's be real. But I don't know how he didn't see that this whole thing was some phony baloney before he promoted it all over the Reddit, got people behind it. I don't know how, but this basically led to his moderator position being owned. It was stripped from him. It was taken after he promoted this scam thing on the Reddit, because you can't promote scammy things on the Reddit, okay? You can't do that. Even if he didn't know it was a scam, he still did it, and Mr. Reddit banned him. They took away his CEO power.
Maybe I could leverage this to get even more opportunities, either for our subreddit or for other subreddits across the entire platform. That's how I felt, at least, and that's clearly not how it worked out. After they agreed to kind of a couple of these kind of requests that I had in my stretch goal, they immediately started moving very quickly. We wrote up an announcement and they wanted this out within like 24 hours. So we quickly worked to make an announcement together, and I posted it the next day. When I posted it, everybody in the comment section immediately yelled, "Scam, scam, 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 scam." This initially didn't actually worry me, because no matter what we do, people call it a scam. I mean, I've done AMAs with the Twitch CEO. People called that a scam. And I was also thinking, like, multiple major live streamers were involved. Mythic Talent was involved. Surely they had done their due diligence, right? Additionally, the thing that...
Bro, they some streamers, bro. They are a streaming agency, bro. They ain't do no damn due diligence, right? They're just like, ooh, an opportunity to make some bread? Woohoo! Don't mind if I do. That is their mindset, bro. They're not like seriously thinking about this. They're just like, I can get some bread? I need that. I need to do that. That's what they're thinking in their brains. That's what their intentions are.
That people were the most skeptical about was the $20 million grand prize.
Damn, I just burped.
This initially confused me as well, but once I heard that, Amazon Prime was allegedly involved, my initial concerns were assuaded. I mean, think about it. Amazon Prime has spent lots of money on tons of shows, and, I didn't necessarily think that the show was worth $20 million, but, that doesn't mean that Amazon Prime wouldn't fund it. And, if LSF was involved, maybe it would actually succeed. Maybe my involvement alone could make the $20 million kind of investment worth it. Who knows?
Yeah, buddy. He's very, you could tell, alright, he's very Reddit Modi over his head. He's very blinded by ambitions, basically.
At least that's what I thought. Now here comes the next part of the story, when things get a little crazy. The next day, a major live streamer who was involved in the show, Extra Emily, said on her stream that she kind of saw all of these comments about people calling it a scam, and they even saw that, LSF was involved, and this was apparently unacceptable to her, so much so that she was considering kind of dropping out of the show or kind of looking into seeing if kind of the whole thing was a scam or not. After seeing this, I brought the concerns to the organizers, and the organizers told me that they were currently in talks with the agents to resolve this, and they told me in no uncertain terms that the show was not canceled and was still going on.
But the show was canceled and it was still going on, guys. And it wasn't still going on, actually. But things have taken a turn for the worst, okay? Things are getting bad. Everyone's saying it's a scam. The streamer who is associated with it is saying it's a scam. Alright, things are looking bad. But we haven't reached the climax just yet.
So, me being somebody who didn't really have a lot of, information into the situation, and me, trusting these high-powered agents who represent these multi-million-dollar kind of celebrities, I trusted that they would kind of get to the bottom of this and kind of resolve these concerns quickly. During this time period, I saw and deleted a lot of unsubstantiated claims about the show and the mod team. There were accusations that I knew to be untrue, such that, the mod team had accepted bribes or, had some sort of financial involvement with the show. And I knew that they were not true because I was the one who had this idea the entire time, from start to finish. This happened a couple days. And what I can tell you, for those who, may not believe that for most moderators, I'm a highly paid software engineer working in San Francisco. I do not need to take a couple $1,000 bribes from, random internet scams. Okay.
So you could tell he's like flexing, like, I don't need to be doing this, bro. I don't need to be scamming. I have plenty of money in my Reddit portfolio. I'm rich. I don't need to do this. So, he clearly cares about his big Reddit power. He wants his subreddit to be bigger. He wants to get in the door. He wants to make this thing a big thing. That's what he wants. And he's associating with this shady show because they've made all these promises that he has not verified if they're true. He's just been told them. He doesn't go out of his way to think if Amazon Prime is actually associated with this. I'm not sure if Mythic Talent is associated with this. I'm not sure if they actually are. But he has not gone out of his way to see those things. He's just been told them, and he's believing them. And he's kind of naive. He's blinded by dreams of wanting more, of wanting to be the big Reddit guy.
I was doing this because I legitimately, care about the subreddit, and that's why I spend my time on it. I thought it'd be kind of cool events for the sub. I'm talking about this and kind of the deleted comments because this is apparently some big no-no in the Reddit TOS or something, or maybe it's like an unspoken rule where if you're involved in some sort of promotion and it ends up not working out or ends up being a scam or something, if you have deleted comments that have accused it of being a scam, well that, shows a cover up or some way. It shows malice or bad faith or something. So that's why I'm kind of talking about this, is because this was specifically a reason that was brought up regarding why I was kicked out as a mod on a Livestream fail.
So that is the reason why he was kicked off the Reddit squad. He was kicked off the team because he was allegedly, not even allegedly, alright, he was deleting comments being like, hey, this is a scam. He was, promoting something on the Reddit that was shady, that, we believe is probably a scam. Turned out to be a scam. That a lot of people believe that Mr. Reddit believes is a scam. So it must be. So that's why we got removed.
And finally, I want to end this part of the story by talking about how Moist Critical made a video critical of the situation. And then about 30 minutes after this kind of video got released, I got reached out by the organizers of the events and told that 5 live streamers in the event had dropped out and that therefore the event was canceled and I should take down the post. In this video that Moist Critical had that was critical of the event, Moist Critical brought up points about how an image on the marketing page was AI generated.
Ooh. We got AI in this too, bro. They're using AI. AI is being used in the Reddit promotion, bro. That's so evil, so messed up, bro. What the flip? So that is being alleged too. Man, this is not good, guys. This is not looking good for Reddit, for LSF, for Mr. Mod here. Not looking good. But what he is basically saying, they banned him. He's doing a little, they think he's doing a little scamming. He's doing a little scamming. And Moist Critical is calling this out. Big Critical, alright? The dude with like 30 million subs, he's calling this out. And if he calls it out, bro, it's done. Doesn't even matter if it's true, bro. It's just done. So now he's in big, big trouble.
Or that the domain name was registered in Iceland, or that basically just the whole thing, it smelled bad. That's what he did. He did this motion and he said it smelled bad. But beyond that, it doesn't seem like he did much research. I don't think that he reached out to any of the organizers. He certainly didn't reach out to me. And I mean, I don't know if he reached out to Mythic Talent or any of the streamers. Now I want to stop people here because this is very important. And I think this is something that not a lot of people might have noticed. And that important point is that nothing in this situation has yet to be definitively proven as a scam. I repeat, there is no definitive, at least public information yet, that anything fraudulent, malicious, or illegal has happened in the situation. The only confirmed...
Now, as far as I know, yeah, this is true. Nothing has been confirmed, and I have not researched if it is. I'll be very clear, I'll be transparent and say that I don't know that. I don't know if any of the claims being made about this being a scam are true, but it does look suspicious, and I would not be surprised. That is what I have to say about this. And, yeah, he's been removed for it, or he's been totally owned.
Things that we have right now is that I guess there was a website, looked a little weird, there was some bad publicity, everybody called it a scam, and then a bunch of streamers dropped out, and then the event got canceled, and everybody got refunded. None of this is illegal, none of this is proved to be a scam, at least yet. Maybe I'll eat these words. And yes, in retrospect, there are certainly some things which we could call yellow flags or even red flags. But that being said, I don't want people to go into this thinking that there was some proven malfeasance or something, when there really is a possibility that a lot of this could have just been kind of bad organization and things just fell through. Just because something's a bad idea, because something is misorganized, that doesn't mean that anything illegal happened. You know, I still haven't gotten confirmation about kind of the Amazon Prime kind of a thing. I think that is the biggest unknown right now is I don't know about this supposed Amazon Prime deal, if it exists or not.
I would probably bet that it doesn't exist, if I'm being honest, dude. Alright. I think you got swindled. I think you were being played like a little fiddle to get people behind something that wasn't going to happen.
Because maybe they were in negotiation with them, maybe a contract was in the works but hasn't been signed yet. I'm not really sure yet. We'll have to see. And then kind of I'll end the story by talking about why I got removed as the top moderator. It's really not a secret or very surprising. I got removed directly for the post that I pinned to the top of the subreddit related to the game show or supposed and alleged scam, as well as kind of for deleting comments that were kind of critical of it. I also want to make a comment about kind of the Reddit Code of Conduct team as a whole. Reddit has all this flowery language about how kind of the Code of Conduct team is not here to punish you. It's kind of here to get you to act in good faith. It's here to kind of give you second chances and warnings and all of this stuff. And apparently all of that are lies because I was not given any second chances.
So they didn't give him another chance, guys. He posted the thing, pinned on the Reddit, and he was done. He was banned forever. Or he wasn't banned from Reddit, alright, but he couldn't be a mod anymore. He lost his powers. It's over for him.
I was not given very much kind of descriptive examples of kind of what I did wrong or kind of given any ability to kind of defend myself. I was just given a very vague description of, yeah, there's accusations about some fraudulent scam that takes people's money and their PII, which means their name, right? Because you have to sign up with your name to join a contest. And so I have infringed on the Code of Conduct by promoting a game show where you have to put in your name or something, even though it hasn't really been proved to be fraudulent yet. And so it's a little disappointing. Now, here's the most important part of the video, Spez. This is a direct message to you and only you. I want to...
So he's calling out Mr. Reddit, the CEO. He's calling him out. He's done. He's like, I'm talking to you, sir. He's going for it.
Talk about how this whole situation is a direct result of the lack of support that Reddit, the company, gives to its moderators. Yeah, I did the partnership. yeah, I didn't look into this as much as I should, and I trusted kind of agencies and live streamers when I should not have. And I did delete comments, which I thought would have been borderline defamatory if the situation wasn't, I guess, a scam, even though it technically hasn't been proven to be a scam yet. But despite all of that, there is still massive kind of like problems at Reddit, the company, due to the lack of support that caused this. But right before I go into the specific reasons of how this happened, I want to talk about why this matters in the first place. And this matters because Reddit moderators have power. They have influence. If
I have all the power. I have influence. I am Reddit. I'm Reddit. That is what he's saying here, bro. He is Reddit. He has the power. He has influence. He controls your information that you get on Reddit and exclusively Reddit because you are a brainlet and you love getting updates every day.
If you were one of the people who is joking about like internet janitor duties or whatever, I'm sorry to tell you, it's funny jokes, but you are wrong. Reddit moderation does matter. Reddit moderators have control over millions of impressions per day, and nobody seems to notice or care. Let's just talk about LSF. Think of all the streamer careers that have been created because of LSF.
How many? I don't really watch streamers, to be honest, so I can't deny or accept this claim, but I would not object to the idea that a couple of them have been made off LSF. But I don't think that inherently means that you have power, buddy. I think it just means that the streamers that you weren't like, I'm gonna rape you and ban every single clip of yours, were allowed to succeed because they were getting publicity. I don't think that necessarily means that you have power. I just think that means they were good at streaming. They had interesting clips. People saw them. People posted them. And, they went to that streamer and then got big. I don't think you really had anything to do with that, bro. I think that was just a naturally occurring, evolution.
Think about the even larger number of streamer careers that have been destroyed because of LSF, because some clip went viral about like something bad that they did. I have had major live streamers who are effectively celebrities come to me and beg to kind of remove, negative posts about them.
Miskiff, he's talking about Miskiff. That's what he's talking about in this. He's talking about Miskiff. We all seen those DMs of the dude. He's like, please delete this. No, please. That's what Miskiff was doing in this dude's DMs. That's what was going on.
An even crazier story is the time when some Twitch employees found me in person and borderline begged me to make sure LSF is not used to destroy the multi-billion-dollar company Twitch, partially because at the time LSF was indeed being used to destroy the multi-billion-dollar company Twitch. Deservedly so, by the way. Or even just take this literal circumstance. Imagine the whole kind of operation was legit. Well, guess what? One single post on LSF caused all of the streamers to drop out and destroyed a $20 million opportunity.
I don't know if it was really an opportunity for you, buddy. I think it was an opportunity for some chuds to make a couple bucks off a little scam. Because, I'm 100% betting all my cards on the table that this was some kind of scam. I don't think this was ever anything legit. And even if it was something legit, I don't think they had any Amazon backing. I don't think that's the reality of the situation. But I have to be fair, and I have to not give my 100% opinion, right? But that is just what I think, bro. I think that this was definitely some kind of scam. And I think you were falling for it, and I think kind of messed up your shit a little bit, You got removed as the head mod. That's fucked up.
Sorry, Mythic. My bad. Or imagine it was, a scam through and through. Well, guess what? We were the ones to expose it and destroy it before it had the chance to cause any real harm. I mean, everybody got refunded after all. Guess things ended up okay. Right or wrong, you can think I'm a good moderator or a bad moderator. You can think that LSF helps streamers or is the bane of their existence in the entire industry. But please don't for a single second pretend like it doesn't matter. And that's just one subreddit. Now back to me. I was one of your most passionate users. I was in the Reddit partnership program from the start. I took advantage of every opportunity that I could. I had meetings with kind of the Reddit community managers.
I am the biggest Redditor. I'm the biggest Redditor. I have contributed so much to this Reddit. How dare you ban me? How dare you? That's literally what this guy sounds like, bro. I've done so much for Reddit. I have created this platform. I've done so much. And you removed me.
I begged them for help and kind of partnership opportunities at every chance that I could. And I was blown off every single time. I got nothing out of it. The community managers never helped me. As, you know, nice as the guy was, I think he had basically no power to help me. I was one of the only moderators out there who tried to grow my community, who had any ambition, who tried to work with the company or help other subreddits or help the kind of the company that a whole, and it didn't matter. I failed, and it failed because of how mismanaged and how little support Reddit, the company, gives to moderators. So let's circle back. Let's go back to the moderation situation. This is a very key important point, so please pay attention. None of this would have happened if I had gotten support from Reddit. Do you think that I want to be the guy like going out, like messaging random people in Discords and LinkedIn's and trying to figure out kind of these partnerships? I don't. This is not my job. I am not qualified to do any of this. I am not a lawyer. I cannot read contracts to know what I should do or I should not do. I just want to grow my subreddit, have a big vision, and I don't want to deal with this. At the end of the day, I'm a random nobody who got lucky. I took over one of your largest gaming subreddits on the platform because I won a stupid game of Reddit mod politics. But
I am the greatest Redditor. I've won intellectual debates to be the greatest mod ever. I have completely dominated the LSF, and I've won, okay? That's what this guy's saying. And you guys are aped, basically, okay? You're aped for banning me, bro. Why would you do that? That's messed up, bro. Sorry for this cut. If I have any viewers, I'm just bored as hell, I'm not gonna lie.
But apparently, I'm the only person out there who understands the potential that Reddit has. If Reddit had offered me partnerships, if Reddit had pipelines to connect with kind of major companies, if Reddit had lawyers that were helping me, reading over these contracts, reading over these agreements.
If Reddit gave me the resources, I can make this Reddit the greatest of all time. If I could Reddit max, I could be the best Reddit mod to ever live. That's what this guy wants. He wants to be the guy. He wants to be in with the Reddit, top heads, the top guys of Reddit. He wants to be in with them. He wants to have a big say in how to make Reddit a valuable, very important place on the internet. And it kind of is if you want to find some information or whatever, if you want to post about your life struggles, if you want to find out what something is, Reddit's a good place for that. But he wants to make Reddit more. He wants to see Reddit in the shows, in the media. He wants Reddit to be everywhere. That's what he wants. And it's very ambitious, but I guess his ambitions have destroyed him. They have destroyed what he loved doing the most, which is moderating LSF, live stream fails. It's destroyed his career.
None of these very real mistakes that I made would have happened. And before you say it, I'm sure there's some employee at Reddit, the company, that says oh yeah, we do that. That's my job. It's over here. Well, clearly you're not even doing 1% of what you should be doing. because nobody uses these resources, nobody cares, you are not doing enough. Multiply it by 100 and then let's talk. Reddit needs to be professionalized, and it starts with the mods. This is going to be controversial, but the people who are running your multi-billion-dollar website are unqualified nobodies like me.
Yeah, I think that's like the point, dude. Like, Reddit is just a bunch of dweebs controlling a bunch of less dweebs, you know? Bunch of nerds controlling people who, have a little bit of interest in some things, some topics, some little, thing. And that's how it's always been. I don't really think it should change. I don't think it should professionalize because realistically, for these communities to work, you need to have people who are in them. You need to have people who understand them. And you just have some big fat cats who wear top hats and eat caviar every day, being like, ban this Reddit right now. Ban these posts for saying these things right now. Then it's not going to be good for Reddit because you need people who understand to control these communities. And it shouldn't really be professional in a sense because you shouldn't be paid for your passion of controlling people and deleting their posts and being obnoxious. You shouldn't really be paid for that. At least that's what I feel. Alright. If I ever have enough viewers to have mods in this chat, you will not be paid. I will talk to you sometimes on Discord, occasionally, but you will never be paid for your tremendous work at deleting random gay posts.
That doesn't mean it's my fault or their fault. It's your fault, Spez. Here's why. The controversial solution is, just get rid of the bad mods with better mods or paid mods or do takeovers or more rules or something like that. But there are better solutions. You can train them. You can give mods infrastructure or pipelines or resources or real kind of material support and treat them as if they have the actual power and influence that they actually have, and so communities can rise to the heights they truly could. And the Reddit?
Dude, I'm a Reddit mod and I have so much power, and I must be respected and treated as someone who is above these plebeians who post and talk about their weird niche interest, okay? That is what he's saying here. He wants to be something more than just a moderator. He wants to be, seen for his work on the website, and that's kind of gay, kind of lame. But not really. I mean, to a certain extent, I understand your plight. You want to be seen more for what you do. But what you do, isn't really that cool, You are literally a Janny. You're literally mopping it up on the Reddit. That's what you're doing, bro. Okay? It's not all that professional. You just see a post that's like, not on topic, and you delete it. And they literally have auto mod on Reddit, alright? They have auto mod. That you can just delete stuff that doesn't, apply to the Reddit. So, you could become obsolete one day, buddy. Alright? Don't think that you are so special.
Moderator partner program is not it. Reddit moderators do not need one call with one guy a month, as nice as he is, love you Pablo, who has no power and no ability to affect anything. Reddit moderators don't need Christmas celebrations or special badges or community or events or team building exercises. No, even the Reddit event budget is barely useful. No, they need real material support. That means access to anything that a talent manager would give an actual celebrity. So, an access to a bounty board, or ad deals, or lawyers, or event organizers, or professionals, or anything that actually matters.
Dude, it is a Reddit. Alright, it is never gonna be that serious, bro. It's gonna be dudes posting whatever the purpose of the Reddit is. That's literally what Reddit is, okay? It is never that serious. You don't need a legal team. You don't need, advertisement managing. You don't need talent management or anything like that. You don't need that, bro. You just need to delete these posts that aren't relevant. You need to ban people that you dislike. You need to delete comments that annoy you. That's what you need to do. That's your job, bro. It is not that serious.
Summarize, Reddit moderators should be treated like celebrities or influencers, not because they
And that is the highlight of this video. We just need to play this one more time.
moderators should be treated like celebrities or
That wasn't
influencers.
good. That wasn't
Reddit
good, bro.
moderators should be treated like celebrities or influencers, not because they deserve respect.
Yep. That's what he said, bro. They should be treated like celebrities or influencers, okay? I'm a Reddit mod. I'm a faceless Reddit mod, and I should be treated like someone who does more than mop the floors, alright? That is literally what this guy's saying. He wants to be more than a mod or some Reddit where they talk about, where they post clips, alright? They don't talk about anything, actually. They just post clips there with their gay captions for no reason, alright? That's what he wants. He wants to be more than that.
Or anything, but because they actually have real power and influence. I mean, if not for the world, at least over your $50 billion company, maybe if you gave them actual support, it could go from 50 billion to 100 billion. I mean, it certainly deserves to be that high up for how much traffic Reddit gets. So why haven't you solved this problem already, Spez? Is it because you're out of touch and you aren't aware of the problem? Is it because Reddit is a bloated mess and they can't ship products? No, I think the real issue is that Reddit is held hostage by the negativity and toxicity of its user base, and it doesn't really have the freedom to make bold and important and transformative decisions that could save the company. If you agree with anything,
I would probably agree with that last point. And I mean, the first point, he's a CEO, bro. Okay, he's out of touch. He's always out of touch. All right, I would bet he doesn't even browse his own website anymore, except to find out how much money they're making. I don't think he cares that much. All right, I would say he's probably lost his touch. He probably doesn't use Reddit anymore. And I do agree that, dude, I genuinely hate going on Reddit and seeing people's comments. They're just like the worst. They're the worst kind of human beings. I just hate them so much. Right? I would like if Reddit just banned people from commenting on posts altogether, because their comments are just so worthless. Just actually. But, you know, if this guy just did his job, alright, and he didn't want to be more than what he really was, I'd say he could still be his top mod. He could still live his life as the greatest moderator of all time. But it's real sad. It's messed up. Alright, he's lost what gives his life purpose, which is moderating live stream fails and watching Hassan and Asmongold and XUC and who else, bro? That's literally it, bro. That's actually it. Oh yeah, and Nick Fuentes and Clavicular and Sneeko and Aiden Ross. Alright, just to watch those people's clips. That's the only reason people go in here. There's nothing cool on there. Alright, he's tired of moderating those clips and the comments. He's tired of it. He wants to be something more, something bigger, and just didn't work out for him. But I'm gonna let this video play out. I'm gonna finish it up.
thing that I said, Spez, well, you're in luck. I live in San Francisco, and I would be happy to talk to you in person or any Reddit product manager or employee at all, or on a call or something. That's my pitch to you, Spez. The rest is to the community. To the community, Spez and Reddit, they're almost certainly not going to fix any of this. All of this is up to us to solve. For anyone who this message has resonated with and wants to solve this problem, well, I have created a subreddit called r/SubAlliance. SubAlliance will be a non-profit, volunteer, community-based initiative to solve all of the problems that I have laid out. We will create...
So he is starting a Reddit utopia, alright? He wants to solve all the issues. He wants to rile together in order to change Reddit for the better. That is his goal. And it is a noble goal, a noble effort. I respect his, his ambition, but it did make him end up losing his nice position as top mod of LSF. It did end up that way with this alleged scam and him being ousted. So his ambitions were his undoing. It was very sad to see. But that is about it for this Reddit mod stream. Okay, Reddit. The Reddit stream is done. It's over. And I hope you guys enjoyed this clip, this little stream. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.